Hey guys, what's up with peeps? What if Deku had a Minecraft Quirk part 20? Alright, so first order of business, we need to retcon a couple of things, alright? We need to make sure that we understand how the abilities fully work. And it took me a minute of writing it down and thinking about it. So this is how it's gonna work, right? We're gonna rewind back because Deku's still fairly young, alright? So we're gonna rewind back a little bit. How the ability is going to work is simple, okay? It's going to work like this. His world won't inherently be affected with zombies, skeletons, and stuff like that. It's different. He'll be able to travel. He'll have like an item. Like, you know how when you play Minecraft and there's like a board, like, you know, you got your menu. He'll have an item that's always on him, right? And he uses this item to travel to his world. And for that, he'll go to his spawn point. And then when he comes back to the real world, sort of speaks, he's going back to his world. So it's basically like bed to bed almost, all right? And so how this would work is Deku could leave for a couple of days in the Minecraft universe, and it'll only be 12, well, not 12, it'll be what, like an hour or so. In an hour, it's like 6 days and 6 nights, or 5 nights. I think it is 5 and 5 nights and 5 days. And that would be beautiful because he'll be able to low-key like finish up on something real quick, or he'll be able to go do something he wouldn't be able to do otherwise. It's kind of like a hyperbolic time chamber without really being a hyperbolic time chamber, sort of speaks. Now, to follow this, the last little bit, or the last part of like where he was discovering stuff and he was doing stuff, we're gonna hold off on that, right? We're gonna change that completely. And now with that out of the way, let's get into the actual new content. All right. So Deku, he doesn't make a new house or whatever. He upgrades the house that they're already living in, right? And he basically makes like a little trapdoor, opens that bad boy up, hops down in there, and he's able to still use Minecraft logic in the world. Okay, that's the whole point of it, is his quirk being so unique. So he's able to make like an underground system, and he's not making nothing too fancy or nothing too crazy. No monsters or anything are gonna really spawn because the world is peaceful per se. All right. Now, if he's in a different environment, like a more rougher environment or something like that, the difficulty may go up. And if it's at the all-time high, it might be even hardcore hard. It's just the quirk is very inconsistent some of the times. But for the most part, most areas, it's going to be peaceful unless he's in combat or something like that. Also, a quick note, he's able to take his bed with him, right? Sleep, and then like regain his health. Or minor little shit like that's gonna make it amazing. So now he figures out how his ability works. So he's like, all right, cool. So what he ended up doing is he ended up going into a world and he dies. He kills himself. He wants to see what happens, right? So he does this in each different difficulty, right? Easy, nothing really happens, but he also knows there's no point in playing easy because the rules work simplistically. It's easy. The zombies don't get turned into skeletons. The zombies don't get, can't get cured if they're villagers. All the rare drops and stuff are dramatically reduced, but he keeps this in mind because he could have sworn he saw something about a multiplayer feature, but he doesn't know about that shit yet. He's still working on it. Then he keeps going up and up. So he comes down to the conclusion that the only one is hard and hardcore. So he's scared because he knows in hardcore, if you die there for real, you die in real life, or at least that's what he's been told. But since it's his quirk and he's going into a game, he makes minor progress, okay? Now, the bonus to hardcore is he gets drops at an extremely high rate. The monsters or mobs are extremely difficult to fight, and they're just beyond any imagine or any precedent. Like, you don't know what to do with this, right? But he makes progress, he kills some things, then he dies, he kills himself, he drowns, or whatever the case may be. Now, with this being the case and this happening, he's like, okay, what happens now? He sees the message, died, or such and such points, blah, 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 has died, right? And then he wakes up in his room, he's like, a devilish, sinister smile grims on his face. So he's like, if I grind out one world in particular, and he realizes he can make up to 5 different worlds, right? And so what he does is, or what he plans to do, which this will be continuing on with the next parts and stuff, he'll make different worlds for different reasons. All right. And so he can't bring, well, we're not going to say that yet, but he makes different worlds for different things. Just in case he can't make another world with other people, he'll leave that option open. Like, he'll leave a world to make sure most of that stuff is fairly content. In an hour, you can get a lot done in Minecraft, depending on what you're doing. Like, if I'm just trying to get iron, if I'm trying to make a basic house, or you can get a lot done. So 3-4 hours gone outside of playing. Imagine the time the average kid spends playing. Now imagine spending that exact same time in Minecraft, but it's almost like an hour is, as I said, 5 days, 5 nights. So 3, 4, 5 hours a day at bare minimum, even though he's a kid, don't have no job, don't have nothing, he would be able to make a lot of progress. So with this being said, I'm pretty sure within, let's say, this is really pushing it, but we can even say in a couple of months, to be honest. Within a couple months, he's got different worlds for different reasons, and he's got that hardcore world. He's trying to get used to the mechanics, because it's a little bit different than when he was 100% in it and couldn't leave. Because he got to get used to the time dilation, where it's like an hour is just an hour, and here it's multiple days and stuff. He doesn't age. It's almost like he has the gamer body, so to speak, where it's like his body is more responsive to the game world. And since Steve doesn't show any signs of aging or anything of this magnitude, he's gonna stay young forever. Eternal youthful, if you may. All right. So now we would get into where he starts going into the hardcore world. All right. And we're gonna play this one out beautifully, okay? Because you gotta remember, his physical body is still 4. But he was in the world of Minecraft for a really long time, dealing with James, DK, and all sorts of them, having hard, intense battles and going through all sorts of all sorts of stuff. Okay, so he's a lot older, but we'll say he's about 4, about to become 5. All right, his mom doesn't really stress it, and like you might be like, why is she not asking what a quirk is? I'm gonna get to that in a moment here. Remember how I was telling you he was doing his other stuff with the other worlds? Hold that thought, okay? Back to the main plot line. He is literally in this hardcore world. He's not taking no chances, right? Because if he dies, he loses the world and all he can do is spectate, right? So first rip, off rip, make a house, make a simple house. Then he goes deep down into the mines and stuff. And thanks to James and Charles, he's able to know where to go for the mines and stuff, even though DK told Charles and James is just a madman. He knows exactly where to go for the coordinates and stuff. And we can say he has a compass or it pulls up on his HUD because we can do that in the game. And he eventually goes down to the right chord, starts mining coal, just neat. He goes back up to the surface. He's even got a watch, so he'll know when it's day or night. So he stays down there until it's day. Boom, pops back up. Boom, 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 boom. He goes to sleep. He getting a little famished, but it's okay because your boy DEKU, big brainiac, right? He gets seeds, he had them planted day 1. This is like a let's play survival Minecraft series all over again, but DEKU's just speedrun. He's going through it, he's doing it, right? So he's putting mad work, right? And then on the weekends, he's able to put even more work in because what he gonna do? He just tells his mom, I'm going in my room to play. Don't worry about food. I already got some food, or I'm not hungry, or something. Like, she really doesn't care because, like, just give it a second, okay? So he's putting in mad work, hours at a time, just boom, boom, boom. He's got torches lit up on every single square. Okay, it's really every square in some space, if you've actually played Minecraft, but every single square, torch. Then he also got dogs, right? He got dogs placed in different little areas or whatever. And then he got snow golems. And I don't know if this works on just PC exclusive or Java or the one on Xbox, because that's what I play on. But I think this is like a little thing you could do where you place the snow golem at a certain way, and then you place like fire around them. Like, you get a block that can be light on fire for the nether or something, and you place that on fire, and you're able to, like, they shoot snowballs, but it's on fire, so it's damaging the mobs. That's what your boy DEKU does, right? So it's simple, it's cheap, it's not too expensive. I'm pretty sure you can find something you can light on fire. And if not, we could say he uses some redstone technology. Anyways, so he does that. And then after he takes care of that, he's got like this mini system, like I want to say like a 30 by 20 or 20 or 30 by 25. It's like a decent square radius, but it's like nothing like ooga booga where it's like 100 by 100. Nah, he's just making like a good, stable, nice base. And then he also has a fence barricading this off, all right? Now, with this being said, when he did go down to his mining trips, he'll get the bone meal, he'll get the rotten flesh, he makes sure his dogs reproduce, and he also uses the bone meal to make his plants grow. While the plants are growing, he sees pigs, cows, and sheep. And he screams to himself internally, or out loud since he's the only one in the server. He just screams, "Meat is back on the menu!" Just loud, roar, primal. So he's just pulls out carrot. Since he's able to dual wield, he's got like a carrot in one, wheat in other, and then like seeds. He's got the seeds in his mouth on some sensu bean type stuff. Long story short, he gets all the animals cooped up in like respectful beds, and he gives them a good room. Like, you know how like you could do like the little cramming method. Short summary, basically all that is just putting all the animals in one spot and they auto kill. He doesn't do that. He gives them enough space. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So he's got, you know, some pigs, some cows, some sheep, some chickens, and he's like, all right, good. And this, we could say most of this takes progress within, because it really wouldn't take that long if that's your only focus. So we'll say about a month or two at most in Minecraft world. But without being in Minecraft world, it probably takes like a week or two at most. Because like if you're grinding for a whole day in Minecraft, and it's also the hours are dilated, so we'll probably say a week or weekend past, all right? Boy, DEKU stacked, right? He got all these goodies and stuff, right? He's got cobblestone tools, but that's not a problem. Because when he was mining, he was slowly but for surely torching up places, making sure he had enough room, you know, just in case he wanted to have a horse named Chumpy go around under the cave system so he could actually, you know, move efficiently. So he was making sure he had enough room. This is also why I said maybe a week or two, because he was doing extra stuff while down the caves. Instead of just mining a little bit and doing a little bit. No. He went down, he mined, and you know how when you mine, you're lazy? You don't really mind it, you just try to get down to the good. No, he took his time. He mined out stair by stair, put slabs down there, or slab staircases. Made sure he put railing. He designed it as he went, right? Nice and slow, nice and smooth. He's taking his time with it. He made sure it's torches. There's a pawn right here, you know, for your boy. So he's taking his sweet little time doing it. He's going down. He's making sure everything's nice and neat. And he's grabbing a little bit of redstone. Your boy's good. Your boy's good. He made a rookie mistake. He didn't do it. He was mining a little too deep, a little too fast. He found some iron. And you know when you upgrade a tool for the first few times, or like after a while, you're like, God, great heavens. Oh God. You feel like you're God, because like you're mining so much faster than you was previously. He mines down and he falls into a mine shaft. And he's like, he stands up with his shield in hand, and all you hear is the zombie noises, all the mob noise. You just hear them. You hear that weird sound in the mines, and he's just like, oh shit, here we go again. Grabs sword, grabs shield, bats it. And after spending some time down in the mine shaft, he eventually lights the motherfucker up. Like, you know how big mine shafts can be, especially if you played on the recent times. Mine shafts humongous. So he putting torches everywhere. Torch, lighting them bitch up. And he starts working on the reconstruction. He's got iron by this point. he starts working on the reconstruction of the mine shaft to make it more mine shaft. He replaces the wood. He uses like an iron axe. He replaces the wood with like some throwaway material. He's like, this is a placeholder until I come back and make her look pretty. But he fixed that bad boy up after killing all the mobs ruthlessly. Just bam, creeper explosion, bam, skeleton, meat, slash, dice, weave, meat. He put in the mad work, all right? This is where things get nice. He sees a couple of chests and he's like, and since he's had, he's having flashbacks, right, about the times he went mining and all the other stuff he's did with different individuals for different times. And he's like, it's probably gonna be no good stuff. He sees a book, he says, Mending 1. the signature anime smile. Mending 1, nice, okay, cool. All right, just got me a mending book, nothing too crazy. He goes over to the next one, he sees Protection 4. Okay. He's looking at this next chest like, no way I get a third one. No way. No. Nah. It says efficiency 4. Deku's like, all right, bro, come on. After he runs through, make sure everything's clear with shield in hand, walking around. And he's like, all right, cool. He sees one more chest. And he's like, what's in the chest? As he steps to it, he's about to open it, but then he looks down. Even though this doesn't happen in other caves, I'm making it for the sake of the story. Bear with it. He looks down. He sees wires. He's like, he maxed the wires, mines around the area, sees a couple of other chests. He sees some darts, it's poison arrows and some other stuff. He also sees another chest that had a couple of diamonds. He was like, good. This can add to my already small diamond collection. He takes the diamonds, he's cool. And then he goes back to the initial chest and he's like, what's in? He mines under it, sees a block of TNT, and he's like, I'm not a rookie. He takes personal insult to this rookery, this buffoonery that has graced thy soul. So now he opens up the chest after a good 10, maybe 5 minutes in Minecraft world. Basically a few seconds here. He opens the chest and he doesn't see anything. He's like, wait, what? What's going on? All he sees is a couple of books, some apples, and that's it. And he's like, all right, fair enough. I got what I wanted. And as Deku proceeds to turn around, all you could hear is Deku in that moment, heart sinks, drops down to the very pits of hell. Him, realizing that he didn't have his shield equipped because he was just mining a second ago, frantically equips his shield as he slowly turns around. And he turned around and it's all happening in nanoseconds. He's like, all right, one creeper, I can tank that. I got iron armor, all right? And he's like, I can take that, that's easy. And then as he fully turns around, he sees 2 creepers on both sides. He puts the shield out as the explosion happens. This all happens so quick, so fast. He's like, bam, bam. Deku, half hearts, half of the total amount. He's like, all right, I'm good. I'll hit the ground. But then he sees a skeleton. Skeleton cocks back his bow and arrow. Look at him dead in the face. Just with a sinister smirk. Deku's like, all right, cool. I could just block that. Bam! Hits the ground. Now he's at 3 hearts. Skeleton. Meek it. Deku. Traumatized because he's off balance now. He realizes that arrow's gonna hit. He looks down in like the briefest of moments and sees there's water down there. He either could take this arrow, because his shield's on like the last hit, or he could fall down in the water and hope for the best. He falls in the water. So he jumps back and falls down. As he's falling down, he's checking his surroundings to make sure there's nothing. He pulls out his torch from his other hand while using his last remaining shield because he doesn't know if anything's down there, and just starts mipping torches everywhere. Just torch. Plops down, looks around, eventually stops the current of the water, goes into a corner, puts some more torches to be safe, and then digs in, pulls out some chicken, and just starts munching on it. Right? And he's like sweaty. He looks at his supplies, and originally he wasn't even supposed to be down here this long, alright? Because like he was gonna be down here, he was gonna do what he needed to do, and then go right back up to the top. But he kind of fell to the mine shaft, and he kind of got busy. He took some habits and traits of James. You feel me? So he's like, all right. He calms down. He plops down a campfire and just starts thinking. He makes a chair and everything, and you just see him eating on a carrot all badass, like just shit. I don't got any potions. I don't got any enchant. He looks in his inventory. He realizes he's got a diamond. He got a couple of books. And there is a pit of lava with some water. We know how science works in Minecraft. He's like, I don't got a diamond pickaxe though. That's the issue. But if I told you previously how he keeps going down and down and down, he's at diamond level now. He looks around and he sees that great, beautiful blue. He goes to mine. It's lapis, pussy. Yeah, not for real. No, that's not a lapis. But it's that good baby blue, that's chef's kiss blue. Good old fashioned diamonds. He starts getting to work, but before he does, he has enough iron. He makes an anvil. He goes ahead and adds efficiency to it. And thank the heavens, he mislooked at one of those books. It was Fortune 3, and DEKU smiles. After some time and hard work, he eventually gets enough diamonds. He puts the full suit on. Meek. He's got his sword in hand and a newly repaired shield, and he's like, he grabs some obsidian while he's down there and starts heading back up to the top. And the skeleton is just walking around making the skeleton noises, doing its bullshit, you feel me? And then DEKU just looks at him. I'm going to fuck you. And proceeds to like just maliciously beat on the skeleton and then goes back up to the surface. It takes a minute because like there's not like a go up this way, but he just starts placing blocks down. Just me. Mine. Me. You get the point. So after he gets back up to the surface, it's nighttime. And he's like, I lit up this area. DEKU was down there for longer than 3 days. So the phantoms appear, and DEKU's like, I'll fight you. I'm gonna need some of your materials and flesh for my elytra. He does that little blade thing, like you know how in anime they have it this way and then they'll face the like blade part. It's kind of like that. So he just and after fighting them, he makes sure he leaves just enough time and goes to sleep. He wakes up and he's like, that's enough of this today. He's back in the other one. Now, the reason his mom doesn't throw any fits is because he always comes. Well, he goes in his room for a while and has his room is like specially decked out with like a blend of regular stuff and like Minecraft stuff. Okay. And so now your boy DEKU always gives his mom some stuff, and he's rich. All right, think about it. If he's able to go to a world, come back with gold, redstone, iron, diamonds, this is why he has some of those other worlds. Strictly for good old-fashioned mining. Nothing more, nothing less. He comes back with blocks of coal that fuels so much better, blocks of lava that does so much more, and people don't understand this. people don't really question it because it's just like he peers and he acts like someone else is giving him the supplies. But in reality, it's him. And he always wears his armor too. Most people think it looks like just like a kid armor or something insignificant or something, yeah, you know? He always wears it because think about it. If someone had the attributes of Steve where they're able to carry an inventory of a lot of stuff, he has no reason not to always have the basic stuff. He's got a map, which that's gonna take more time, but he has a map of almost like the whole area. He also has a good amount of iron on him, maybe a block or two, but it's like a stack of iron or block of iron, however you want to say it. He doesn't really need gold, but he has a little bit of gold. He doesn't have too much diamonds just yet. He just has enough to get started to really put in some work. He also has the wood, basic amount of food on him, a couple of water buckets, if not just one. And he also has lava. You never know when you're gonna need to make an inner portal and some flint and steel. So your boy Deku is chilling, and then he's in his room, floppy. What should I do next? And then you hear a knock on the door. Deku's like, "What the fuck's disturbing me? I am at work." And then he sees a friend of his, Kachan, Bakugo. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I do have friends here." He was so busy grinding that he spent like most of his time just grinding out, and he was like, and then Bakugo comes to him. "What are you doing, Izuku? Let's go play." He's like, "I haven't seen you in a week or so. Like, what's going on? Are you okay? Don't tell me your wussy got sick or something." And Deku's like, "No, buddy, I didn't get sick, man. Come on, let's go." And that's where we had end this off of What If Deku Had a Minecraft Quirk Part 20. Alright, cool beans. If y'all made it to this part, if you fuck with the video, like, subscribe. Also, I got a couple of things I want to get out before this video ends. No, not yet. I got the What If Yamcha Survive the Future Timeline movie. Bear with it though, because the more videos I release now, I'm gonna actually put thought into them and actually make them structured. Like, subscribe, you know, all the basic YouTuber shit. And also the last little bit here is I'm gonna start a GoFundMe, right? And we're gonna change this basic, simplistic room into a fully realized gaming system. And if I have it made or the video made and edited the way I need it to be, by that point in time, I will put a link in the description for y'all. This is only for people that made it this far. And it's not nothing crazy, but every dollar helps. And if I'm able to get this much accomplishment and able to do this much just with my phone and my Xbox, stuff that most people have, imagine what I'll be able to do with fully realized equipment and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna talk too much about that. The video's already long enough. Catch y'all niggas later.